all set for basketball here at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, as the Providence Friars will take on number 3 Kentucky. And just moments ago, Providence head coach Ed Cooley addressed his team.
Mistakes. Embrace this, guys, all right? Embrace this. This sets us up for our league play. This sets us up to be the team we want to be. There ain't too many times you're going to get opportunity to play these type of games, all right, in a non-conference situation. It's incredible. We should be excited to play. We should be happy to play. Nobody's tired. I think everybody's got a smile on their face today. More importantly, take care of one another. You know what I mean? Take care of one another. Let's have some fun. Let's play Friar ball. Let's go. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. Here we go.
And happy holiday weekend, everybody. Justin Kutch alongside Bill Raftery. Well, you just heard from Ed Cooley. Play as a team, play together, have some fun. It's not an easy task when you're going up against the number 3 ranked team in Kentucky and a guy like Julius Randle.
It's always easy for a coach to say that. They have to be competitive, particularly on the glass, because Julius Randle is a tiger around the rim. Very strong in the low post position, has the ability to put it on the floor, dominate, and he's got a meanness about him that's great for basketball.
And as far as Providence is concerned, they're led by their point guard, Bryce Cotton.
And a lot of pressure on him. He's going to have to handle the ball quite a bit without Dunn on the floor. He can get in the lane. He's got to hit that float around those bigs as they come and attack. He can make threes, but he's beautiful going to the rim. They need an excellent performance from him.
The starting lineups for tonight's game for Providence: Josh Fortune, Kadeem Batts, Bryce Cotton, LaDontae Hinton, and Tyler Harris. And for the Kentucky Wildcats, 6-1 on the season: James Young, Aaron Harrison, Andrew Harrison, Julius Randle, 4 freshmen, and then 1 sophomore, Willie Cauley-Stein. Kentucky is in white, Providence is in black. The officials: Tony Green, Mike Roberts, and Tim Clardy. And we're all set for basketball here on this Sunday evening of Thanksgiving weekend. And the tip is controlled by Kentucky.
Justin Kutch right now. Providence goes.
And let's see how they match up man-to-man against this very long Kentucky team. Randle goes to his right. He gets tied up, gets the ball back, puts it up off the glass and in.
Boy, that was just a tough hoop in traffic. Pretty good defense. Full court, 2-2-1.
Good patience, and there's a block by Willie Cauley-Stein. He had 7 in the victory over Eastern Michigan on Wednesday.
Well, bye.
Andrew Harrison gets fouled on the way up.
And nothing easy, Justin around the rim. Willie Cauley-Stein just reacts beautifully. Great response, and look at the speed to the basketball. He didn't get it, but this kid can get up and down the floor with the best of them.
The foul was against Josh Fortune, his first, the team's first. And Andrew Harrison makes the first free throw.
Andrew runs the show. He's got that floater in the rim, finds people, can make threes. His brother's more of a scoring mentality. Look at the size on the ball.
Providence able to break the press again. Batts the baseline jumper, no good. Cauley-Stein with a rebound.
That's his shot, though.
Attacking the hoop this time was Aaron Harrison. 6-0. Kentucky on top here in the early going.
I think you got to make Kentucky guard. If you don't have something easy at the rim, make them get down in a defensive stance. Little America's play, screen to screener.
Bryce Cotton, the team's leading scorer, shot clock down to 9. The pull-up jumper from the elbow, difficult shot. And the rebound, it'll be chased down by Andrew Harrison. Here comes James Young. Looking to cradle that ball, the follow no good by Cauley-Stein. Here comes Cotton. Nice bounce pass. Unable to finish his Fortune, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Justin, Providence has some moxie too. They're going to compete. But just judgment has to prevail. When to go, when to hold it. Make them play some D on occasion. It's amazing. You don't get anything free around the rim with Kentucky, though.
With their length, their athleticism, the foul was against Aaron Harrison, his first. Substitution, Alex Poitras will come in, replacing Andrew Harrison. Actually, Aaron Harrison, excuse me.
Watching practice last night, if Kentucky could take that defensive practice to this game, it's going to be very tough on Providence. Very intense. Went over the scouting report, understood exactly what they had to do.
This Providence team, a very good free throw shooting team, almost 83% as a team on the season.
Poitras on the floor, great around the glass too. Switching to D now, you'll see a lot of zone. They're going to concede deep shots, challenge, make it tough twos.
Cauley-Stein attacking, no good. Randall tries to get the rebound, good rebound by LaDontae Henson. Providence will reset, try to take some time off the clock, shorten this game. The Providence fans making some noise. Harris the three. And a good rebound by Julius Randle.
Pretty good transition, D.
And Andrew Harrison's going to get called for steps. Drag that pivot foot.
Great job by Cotton Doe containing the bounce. A lot of pressure on you as you backpedal.
Couple of substitutions. Takari Johnson, a top recruit, checks in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Aaron Harrison replaced his brother Andrew Harrison, and that's where this team is just so deep. You replace one guy with another McDonald's All-American.
Yeah, pretty good performers. And of course, you mentioned Johnson, post up strong, rebounds, follows. This team is very tough at the rim.
Cotton coming off the screen.
Nice trail defense by Harrison.
Good cut to the basket by Batts, but couldn't put it down. That one was partially blocked. Harrison the kick out. Poitras, that should have been a travel.
Yeah.
No call. The attack of the hoop by James Young.
Got to take the air out of Kentucky. Now, they're really tuned in early here. You got to get good shots on the offensive end. Don't give up any easy ones the other way.
Fortune, they want him to shoot more. He does, and he's got all 5 so far for Providence.
And that's the reason they want him to drill him.
Randall the kick out. Poitras for 3. He's got it.
That's a power player able to step out. Been struggling a little bit with his shooting.
Alex Poitras last year averaged over 11 points per game, shot 58%. This year he's shooting 41%. Cotton a wild shot. And Randall trying to get the rebound, a jump ball. Possession arrow will be Providence. 15:58 to go, just over 4 minutes into this first half of the ball game. First the 3 by Fortune. And then Alex Poitras, the sophomore for Kentucky. He's got the answer 3. It's 11-5, Kentucky leading Providence here in the first half.
Justin, Ed Cooley had a great idea. He wanted to lift the bigs and then do some dribble drives. And right here, terrific reaction, particularly by Johnson now as he turns the corner. So ideally, the philosophy is terrific, except the coverage extraordinary by the Cats.
The recovery, again, the length of this team. The shortest guy that really plays on this team is listed at 6 feet 6 inches for Kentucky. That's remarkable.
But they do have some depth. The one thing I have noticed is his teams get better as the year goes on, Johns. And defensively, this is a group that I was down there for a little visit, and he was upset they didn't play hard enough, was his comment every trip. It wasn't, they thought they were, but they didn't realize all the energy you have to expend and how you have to get after it. And I think that showed the Cleveland State game. So it looks like he's got their attention early.
Bryce Cotton will set it up on the top of the key.
Good pass.
Batts can't finish. Good defense by Johnson. Harrison, crazy runner, and a whistle.
Fortune, I think.
Wow, that's going to be number 2. That was a late whistle, too. Second foul against Fortune. That could be key for a depleted Providence team.
How about the look of Big Ed, though? The svelte look on the sideline.
Lost 102 pounds.
He lost a man
in the last 5.5 months.
He looks great, though. Great enthusiasm, contagious.
Carson DeRocher has checked in. That was a block by DeRocher. Jump ball. It will stay Kentucky basketball.
DeRocher, a nice addition to this team. Passes the ball well. He's good around the rim. Just an excellent reaction. Wow. Think you got an easy one. The Curry, no.
7 feet 250 is Carson DeRocher, the transfer from Wake Forest. Cauley Stein wanted that on the reverse.
Nice hand.
Was deflected by DeRocher.
The big fella looming large in there. Not going to be easy to score on your first play. It's the counter on your offensive end against Kentucky. You got to move people.
Cotton asking for the screen. Harris puts it on the floor. Lost it on the way up. And this will be Kentucky basketball. Good job by the officials.
And once again, a reaction as well defensively. You like to turn the corner, get an angle at the rim, but you can see Willie Cauley Stein, big presentation.
The Harrison twins back in together.
Willie walk, good call. I need a whistle.
Third turnover already here for Kentucky. I would actually love to see that. I don't know if I'd love to broadcast with you because that would hurt my ears.
The fourth man in, I think it'd be a problem. We got enough fouls being called. Pinch post action.
Difficult shot by Harris, forced out against a double team. No easy shots so far here for Providence.
Yeah, they impact on your field goal percentage. This is where he's tough. Nice spin out with strength.
Loose ball, Cauley Stein gets it.
Got to get the 50-50s.
Alley-oop for Cauley Stein. Looked like he got mugged on that one. Open for three is Aaron Harrison.
Timeout now by Ed Cooley. They're being out-fought right now. When you play at Kentucky on top of their game, as aggressive-minded as they are, you got to mix it up and match. Get down and dirty. Otherwise, you're going to have a long evening.
Back here, look at this. No easy shots with this Kentucky defense.
Everybody there challenging, weak side rebound. Checking out here, they fan you away from the rim. And as you know, the good refereeing as well as a heck of a defensive player. John Robeck, longtime assistant. Two Johns started at UMass together.
So what do you do now if you're Providence? You see that if you try to attack the hoop, the length has affected you. So how do you get these shots off? How do you get some easy looks?
I think you got to screen them in. You got to make some mid-range shots on occasion. I still think lift them more than once, though. They've got the lift again here. Harrison really doing a nice job on Cotton.
The length of Andrew Harrison again. This is a 6'5", 6'6" point guard.
And look at the cover to help when they leave the ball. Never leave the ball. They get a break.
Kadeem Batts, good offensive rebound, leaves it off. DeRocher, and he gets fouled as he'll go to the free throw line. That foul is against Alex Poitras.
Big time play there, I think, by Batts. Very aggressive. I think that's what was said in the timeout. Hey, let's mix it up. Put the pads on and let's get into it.
Carson DeRocher at the free throw line. That's way off. On the season, he came in 5 for 6 at the line.
I think there's a certain feeling now, too, if you're Providence. You know, getting your confidence level, realizing that you can perform, raise it up a notch.
14-6, Kentucky leading. 6.5 into this ball game.
Great targets in the box area. Look at the pin. Poitras on one side, Willie Cauley Stein on the other. He's
the runner, Aaron Harrison. He had 22 in the ball game against Eastern Michigan on Wednesday.
Every good player's got that release.
7 points already for Aaron Harrison.
You got a hold here, I think, as DeRocher Harrison with the grab. Look at this floater, too. You can't step up quick enough. Good spacing there. But they've got great frames, the two Harrisons, don't they, for guards?
Remarkable, really. Played high school together, of course, U-Ball together in Texas. Randall's back in. Here he plays Poitras. The foul was against Andrew Harrison, his first.
Well, usually you can't go under, but Randall there challenged. Who's the bounce?
Totten wants to clear out. Bats, little baby hook.
That helps. Pretty good delivery with the pass, too, wasn't it?
Quickly the other way, Young up in the air, nowhere to go. And that was deflected by Providence.
Setting up low and holding off. You can see the mismatch because of all the switching. Harrison disarmed by a lovely delivery by the big fella.
Randall has to go up against the sides of DeRocher. Advantage DeRocher. Harris back the other way. There's an easy bucket.
Now there's a nice, good-looking newcomer to the league and to this Providence team. Big upside in his game.
Tyler Harris, a transfer from NC State. 6-point lead for Kentucky.
They attack the shooter, Young. Go side to side. Bats on the can cover the corner.
Aaron Harrison, the pull-up jumper, gets the roll. 9 points now for Aaron Harrison.
Nice double screen. Baseline rubs.
Caught in the floater. That's an air ball out of bounds. Kentucky basketball.
Now we talked about matching, getting involved, immersing yourself in the game. Good collaboration here, and Harris, not Tobias, Tyler, wire to wire with the completion. Need more of that for the Friars.
Inspired Performance Spotlight brought to you by Infinity. We go to Ryan Arcidiacono for Villanova against Kansas on Friday, and Villanova with the huge upset. And how about, first of all, the celebration in the locker room that they have down there? That would be the nicest rug I've ever seen in a locker room.
What a smile. Well, it was a hotel adjacent, I would think, huh? Somebody's by that little guy with the Cats.
And so this leads to this week in hoops, and Villanova won the battle for Atlantis. They beat Kansas. They beat Iowa. Arizona, a big victory over Duke. And, of course, your good friend Gene Cady inducted into the National Basketball Hall of Fame.
Well-deserved. Longtime Purdue coach now. Assistant with Steve Lavin at St. John's, because Rolly Massimino alongside went into the Hall of Fame as well. Two great guys, did so much for the game.
So you're saying it's a good all-around week for Villanova?
Boy, I'll say. The Cats stepping up. Arizona, I would think, will move up with the Pulse, by the way.
I would agree with you. Providence comes out in the 2-3 zone out of the timeout.
They're very good targets here.
Randall got his man up in the air, able to finish.
Yeah, I think it's tough to just let him catch the ball. I think you're sloughing off, jamming it up. He's got an arsenal.
10-point lead for the Wildcats.
Nothing out of hitting, so maybe he can get going for this team. Not a good passer from that angle. Look at
the recovery.
What reaction? How about that? Skying, trailing, sniffing it out. Looming large. Wow. Willie with a fingernail rejection. That is special. Boy, that'll make you shake your head.
How about that entry pass? Bats gets it blocked by Poitras. Shot clock down to 7. Hinton for 3. Got it. Oh, that's a big shot for Providence.
He's a guy that can do some things. He's the glue guy. Nice find late.
This Providence team, they want 11 threes in the game. That's the goal for Ed Cooley and the Friars. Poitras will jump hook, no good. Rebound by DeRozier. On the baseline, Harris. And Harris got bumped.
He's a
No
tough,
basket.
tough guy to contain. Just that he can put it on the floor. He can face up, jump shoot. Andrew Harrison, that number 2.
That is the second foul against Andrew Harrison. Substitutions, Dominique Hawkins. He was about to check in, and they said, nope, you're back on the bench. Instead, Randall's back in. Coming up on 10 minutes to go here in this first half. 7-point Kentucky lead. Harris, another block by Cauley Stein, his third.
2 behind, still getting it.
James Young for 3. He's the shooter.
Just can't get out quick enough.
Immediately, Ed Cooley goes to the bench. He says, come on, get up. Assignment defense, that's what Providence needs in this game. Harris, difficult shot, got bumped. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, you got to like his game. He's got confidence. Not afraid, undeterred, putting it on the deck. This is just incredible, I think. We've seen a few of them. 2 removed, and still, here's your lunch.
You know, it's funny. You see guys who are 7 feet tall, and you say, okay, that's a 7-footer. You see Cauley Stein, and you go, man, he's long.
You know, I love the way he runs. And we were talking the other day about Noah. Right. He reminds me of him. I think he's longer. I think he's as quick, and I think he's got a little bit of offensive game around the rim with the hooks.
1 for 2 at the line. Over the back foul called against Lee Goldsboro, who just checked in here for Providence.
His first, team's third.
That is his first, the team's third. Randall on the floor with Aaron Harrison, Poitras, Cauley Stein, and a turnover here as Poitras throws it away, looking for Randall.
Boy, you've got to bring it down and get a better angle. That's not a good play with all the talent and ability he has.
And he's the veteran. He's the sophomore.
And Cal will find something to say to him. They've done a real good job on Bryce Cotton because he's trying to run the show. Normally playing off the ball with Dunn. Whoops.
That should have been a travel. DeRozier. Fade away off the glass, no good. Rebound. Good rebound there by Goldsboro. Cotton for 3.
Do you see him begging for the ball from DeRozier? One of the few times he's had an open look and converts big time.
Bryce Cotton.
Good hands.
He's a key for this team. Nearly a backcourt violation. Here's a turnover. Caught in the bounce pass. 2 guys were there, and it will stay Providence basketball.
And I think you're right. That was the dilemma. Indecisive as who to go to, but get rid of it. Get it into the shooter's hand. And nice pegging in Brooklyn. That little guy.
Substitution now. Dominique Hawkins will check in, replacing Alex Poitras.
What he brings to the floor is he can really rag a guy, so Cotton's going to have to really do a good job with the bounce to free himself. He gets in a stance, Hawkins, too.
Hawkins, a freshman of Richmond, Kentucky.
Late ball screen.
Harris loves to go left. Cotton for 3. Heat check.
And look who's on him, too. Got the switch with Randall. He's king when he's got the big fella on him.
7-0 run by the Friars. 3-point ball game. Randall, the kick out. Hawkins, the baseline jumper.
How about that? Off the bench, ready to provide a lift. Nice kick out.
Came on for defense, providing some offense. Harris got that one blocked by the forearm of Cauley Stein. Harrison leaves it off. No good. Foul. James Young has so go to the free throw line. Back and forth we go here in this first half. 5-point lead for Kentucky. 25-20, Kentucky leading Providence here in Brooklyn. Justin Kutcher alongside Bill Raftery. And Bill, give a lot of credit to this Providence team. A 7-0 run. They've gotten back into this game.
It's utterly amazing because there's nothing easy around them. Every time they get to the rim, it's like a flick. I mean, it's nerve-wracking when you get to the rim and the big guy is looming. Just extraordinary timing, athleticism, coordination, the ability to get the run out. But Bryce, with some cotton swabs, able to deliver, played relaxed. He's got do a lot of things because he's not only the point guy, he's got to drill some shots. So whenever he's free, precisely get him the ball.
And remember, he's got to score, especially because Josh Fortune's on the bench with those 2 early fouls.
Good point, good point. Of course, done out with a shoulder problem, so they really are not deep in that backcourt spot.
James Young will be at the free throw line.
James Young on line for
Another one of these stud freshmen for the Wildcats. 5 points in the ball game.
Ed was saying he recruited James Young. I'm sure the whole world did. He was pretty good at passing the ball as well as making shots. A well-rounded kid.
1 of 2 at the line. 6-point lead for Kentucky.
Really helps with Harris able to help in the backcourt. Bring the best back screen pop. See if that's going to do some damage.
Bats using that body, went into the trees. He got the foul. Monday, December 9th, don't miss an exclusive one-on-one interview with that man right there. John Calipari, as our own Bill Raftery sits down with Coach Cal for an inside look at the man behind the coach. It's one-on-one with John Calipari Monday, December 9th at 7:30 only on Fox Sports 1.
Very open and refreshing, and I go way back when he was an assistant at Pitt after he was at Kansas. And you know, it's amazing about John with all the sizzle, his ability to recruit, and obviously attract great players. This guy is extraordinary in the gym. I mean, these kids work hard, they learn the game, they improve during the course of the season. Solid guy as the mentor.
Well, that's what's so amazing. I mean, you talk about how they improve every year. He has to restock and rebuild his program. Randall on the block. Again, this time he's going up against the size of DeRozier. And DeRozier swats that one away, his 3rd block.
And they're very fortunate. They didn't get to that right shoulder. He turns that corner. Usually that's money in the bank as a big guy's able to deliver. You want to close and turn him back to the off arm.
Again, looking for Randall. Good footwork this time. He gets the foul and the bucket.
Killer. Absolute tiger on the block. Relentless. I just think you keep giving him this deep post, easy entry. Getting an early nap. Look at him, stick-to-itiveness and aggressive.
Tremendous footwork for a freshman as well.
He's one of the great load-up guys.
Seven-point lead for Kentucky, under 6.5 to go here in this first half. Justin Kutcher alongside Bill Raftery in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Charlie Stein kicking a piece of that one. DeRozier will flush it down.
How about that? Staying with it. Boy, showing some toughness, really competing. Down here, I think he's got to step up and not let Randall just duck in on him.
Providence in the 2-3 zone. Young, straightaway 3, got it.
Stay at home on that guy.
9 points for James Young. Averages over 12 a game. You don't want DeRozier shooting a 3 if you're Ed Cooley.
He might be out quickly. Get the hook, although he's made one.
Caught in the pull-up jumper.
Pretty.
There's a reason he's a first-team All-Big East preseason performer.
I think when you get by people like he can, you got to be honest. He can get that as well. Too deep.
Style with the left hand.
So what do you think of Willie? We talked about this before the game. I think he's got a lot more game than we've seen early on.
That foul's against Dominique Hawkins. That's going to be his first. The team's 7, so 1-on-1. As far as Cauley-Stein is concerned, defensively, incredibly impressive. He's got that speed, that length, the recovery. 4 blocks already in this game. Offensively, you don't really see him because they don't feature him offensively.
Well, you know, he really doesn't have a move that you would say he can nail with regularity, like the Kareem, the hook shot, things like that. And he'll develop that move and a counter. He plays like he enjoys the game, too. Little change up front now.
The 3 is long. A rebound there by LaDontae Henton going over to Kari Johnson.
Big help.
Harris left open for 3. Got it.
And got it to him. John is really upset down in the corner because the coverage was not there. Didn't feel like Aaron Harrison got back, but Cotton doing a lot of good things.
The UFC returns to Fox Sports 1 or Fox Sports 2 this week, beginning on Thursday with weigh-ins on Fox Sports 2. Then Friday, it's another UFC Fight Night, beginning with a pre-fight show, followed by prelims, and then UFC Fight Night, featuring bouts between Mark Hunt and Bigfoot Silva and Shogun versus Tahuna. Fox Sports 1 or Fox Sports 2, your homes for UFC action. Tyler Harris, another key for this team, a transfer out of North Carolina State.
You mentioned about his ability to go left. He can put it down from that corner going right, but he's got a great stroke. And look at this, telling the Friars fortune right there. A little distaste.
We knew that Kentucky, Big Blue, they travel well, right?
They sure do.
The Providence Friars, they've got their section here tonight, and they're making some noise.
That's 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Coming down. A great tradition going way back to Johnny Egan, Lenny Wilkins, Vinny Ernst, John Thompson, Jimmy Walker, all the way on. The little school in Providence shook the world up. And then you got Ernie D and Barnes. I hear those names, I sort of shudder a little bit. Kevin Murdoch. Yeah, or a little later, Eric Murdoch. Austin Crusher, what's he doing now?
I wish I knew. Huh. I heard he's doing some TV stuff.
That's what I heard. Maybe Fox will be lucky enough to get him.
33-28, 4:28 to go here in the first half. Justin Kutch alongside Bill Raftery. We've already seen one upset on our air tonight. UNC fell to UAB 63-59.
A nice little wrinkle. Tried to trap the zone.
Well, there's the offense for Cauley-Stein. You saw him go up to get it.
He shoots down, by the way.
Yeah. That's against Poitras. Over Cauley-Stein. Harris trying to deflect it into the hands of Bats. Can't hit the layup, but he puts the puck back in.
Ed was saying today how tough he's been around the rim, not able to convert, but stuck with it that time.
35-30. Kentucky on top.
They got the bump.
The foul will be against Bats.
Early in the game, we talked about competing, getting tough, getting down and dirty, and sticking with it. Harris keeps it alive, and Bats knocks it home. Pretty effort.
And Raf.
All right, thanks, Rob. You mentioned Austin Crozier, a Providence great. Well, check this out. My question is, how about the hair? Austin, was that like parted in the middle or 3/4? What's going on there?
There was a lot of game time preparation that went into that hairstyle right there. A lot of hair gel.
Hey, the impact we have. We got him a job quickly. We didn't know what you were doing a few minutes ago, but, you know, I asked you earlier, there's no number 44 on this Providence team. Is your uniform number retired?
Not retired, Raph. Too many great players in Providence College history. But you know what? You put in a plug for me during the game. You never know.
Well, it's a 5-point ball game here with 3:36 to go. Kentucky leading Providence. And you think about what Providence is doing. They're doing this without Josh Fortune, who picked up those 2 quick fouls. Carson DeRozier is on the bench with 2 fouls. They've hit 5 threes, but Kentucky's hit 4. And if you're going to beat Kentucky, you got to hope that they're not shooting well from three-point land.
And they've been getting step-in threes, too. Uncontested. You got to do a better job defensively.
Again, Providence in a 2-3 zone out of the timeout.
They do a nice job cross-screening, trying to beg in the lane. High-low.
Randall. Poitras puts it on the ground.
Good ball movement. Nice steal.
Great defense, and now a reach and foul against James Young. Second foul against Young. That'll send Cotton to the line for one-on-one.
Great defensive set by Providence. I mean, that's the end of it, but the footwork, the reaction to passes, the mobile front line, the nickel diver at the end here. Gets a big-time free throw shooter. Hits 7 free throws a game for a guard. That's a pretty good number. Plus, we mentioned an 18 for 19 against Fairfield.
Bryce Cotton at the line. 8 points on the night. Now 1 of 2 at the free throw line.
I think one of the big adjustments Ed Cooley's going to have to make at halftime is when you get to the lane, you got these bigs coming at you. Get available as a big guy. The guy who comes off and Willie is playing, Willie Cauley-Stein is playing. Get free. Create a passing lane.
3-point game.
Too deep.
Randall. He gets called for steps.
And that's that double that worked on in practice. Great reaction. Take away that baseline. He loves to go over that right shoulder. Come high side strong.
7 turnover for Kentucky in this first half. Harris, fadeaway jumper, no good. Loose ball to the hands of Hawkins.
Good defensive transition.
Harrison gets bumped by Harris. That'll be the first against Tyler Harris. A team 7th, 1-on-1 here for Aaron Harrison. Aaron Harrison, 9 points on the night. His first free throws of the ball game. At one point, he had scored 7 straight for the Kentucky Wildcats. Can't hit the front end.
86% too.
A chance for Providence to tie this game up with a 3. Under 2.5 to play in the first half. That sets the screen. Cotton, the pull-up 3. Tie game.
Foul. Hawkins down. Great response by Cotton.
10-2 Friars run. Jump in the passing lane was LaDontae Hanson.
Well, he came a long way. He's the corner man, but right here, once you go down, he realizes, don't give him those opportunities. He'll drill him.
All tied up, under 2 to play here in the first half. The 2-3 zone is working for Providence.
There it is.
There's the alley-oop for Cauley-Stein.
He was hiding on the baseline. And these guards at 6'5", the Harrison brothers, fine people.
Ed Cooley was so worried about those alley-oops. They are practicing against that today at shoot-around. Harris pulls it back out, picked up by Randall.
Using a little clock.
That's the free throw line jumper. That's an air ball.
And Willie Cauley-Stein right there. Changed it.
Cauley Stein leaves it off for Randall. Pretty spin move off the side of the backboard, though.
Whew, what a big-time rebound by Hinton.
That's a big stop for Providence. Cotton gets his man up in the air, throws it towards the rim, no whistle. Here comes Poitras. Trying for Randall.
What a bad pass.
Randall alertly off the bats.
Now you hide on that baseline. You step the zone up because Randall's in the game. He dupes the middle people. There comes Randall. It just sucks the defense up. And Willie Miller.
The shot clock is turned off now. 28.7 seconds to go here in the first half.
If they get a stop, I don't know how they're going to get the ball up the court. With Cotton resting. And this thing, Kentucky's going to hold for one.
Aaron Harrison's had the hot hand. 9 points on the night here for Kentucky.
Big thing, you want to rebound. That's tough. He is tough at that.
So good at that runner, that floater. Harris trying to get the shot off. He does. It doesn't go. And the first half will come to a close. An exciting first half of basketball here in Brooklyn. 39-35. Kentucky leading Providence. You're watching Fox Sports 1, the exclusive home of Big East basketball. Barclays Center, it's a 4-point ball game, 39-35, Kentucky over Providence as we get set to start the second half. Justin Kutch alongside Bill Raftery. And Raf, what a first half. Providence came back and they've making this a ball game.
Yeah, after the first 5 minutes, I think they got in a comfort zone. They were much more aggressive. They got involved, but it's awfully hard to score those bigs around the rim. And really, Cauley Stein, something special defensively.
He really was in that first half. 4 blocks for the big man for Kentucky.
You know, he's got the ability to turn them into baskets at the other end. His response, you know, we mentioned athleticism, but he's always in the right spot. Of course, counter that with some offensive ability and the ability to jam. And Cotton, a little spry with the puppies as he's able to get them organized. Any slippage defensively, he can elevate and knock them down. He can also get to the rim and make some nice passes.
The first half stats, you look at these numbers. Look at Kentucky shooting 61% from the floor, and those points off of blocks.
Pretty impressive. Of course, we don't have the hurries in what they've created. They start ticking in your head when you get to the rim. Finding a passing lane, I think, is going to be very important for Providence as they get into the lane area.
Josh Fortune is back in, was on the bench for most of that first half with 2 quick fouls.
Continuity here to get Bryce a look.
That sets the screen. Nice wraparound pass. Bass. That foul is on the floor.
I think it might be the right call, though. He bounced it after. But what a nice setup. Back screen by Cotton. Now he gets a ball screen, a little curl to the Bats. A little bang early.
Bats was hoping we are playing in an NBA arena. Thought maybe he'd get the continuation like an NBA. Cotton for 3. Good start for Providence.
You mentioned all league. He's playing like that, isn't he?
He was a guy who wasn't recruited by Ed Cooley. But Ed Cooley said, if you trust me, you'll be a great player. They're trusting each other.
And right now, Kentucky's got to find a way to beat the zone. Might be inside out, get the feet set.
Randall against the double team. Cauley Stein the rebound and the putback.
A lot of action by Randall, 2-on-1. The ability to slice the rim by the big guy.
3-point lead for the Wildcats.
Same play, a little continuity back screen.
Cotton puts it on the floor with the left hand.
Wow, pretty good effort.
Cauley Stein the rebound. Look at him put the ball on the floor.
He did this the other day and then kicked it away. Good play getting rid of it there.
Harrison tried to throw it up. That's a pass, not a shot.
And you go to the rim, you got to have a baby hook, but you've got to have a bigger arm to get it over this guy. That is unbelievable. Trying to convert deep against his ability.
Randall nearly dragged the pivot foot. Andrew Harrison throws one up. Offensive foul.
Now all the players are taught, hopefully, hopefully nice little setup by him defensively, but all the players who put it on the deck generally will get the call. Wow, I don't know about that one at all.
You got hit where you don't want to get hit.
Well, but also the movement, I don't like the call. I think it should have been a foul on the defense.
He said, I saw the official call it with the knee. That's the reason for the offensive foul.
Okay.
And it was number 3 against Andrew Harrison. Before that, Tyler Harris picked up his second foul.
I didn't know Pele was playing.
Dominique Hawkins back in, trying to hawk Bryce Cotton.
Circle play. Connecticut used to run something similar to Jim Calhoun.
Forcing it. Jump ball, possession arrow, Kentucky. LaDontae Henson forced that shot. A good effort by Bass trying to get it back.
Yeah, he hasn't really had a bunch of touches. That time trying to create it instead of the flow, and Bats is struggling a little bit.
Kadeem Bats on the night, 5 points, 5 rebounds. Trying to go high-low, Cauley Stein, Randall. Good screen. Aaron Harrison, the jumper.
Mistimed it there.
Here comes Providence in the corner. Fortune for 3. Offensive rebound. This is going against Providence.
And they go hitting their bats, I'm not sure.
It's going to be against LaDontae Henson.
Tell you, the sellout in the backcourt, the gamble on Cotton almost gave Providence an open opportunity to convert.
What I didn't realize, I didn't think about today, with all that weight loss, Brett Cooley, you have to get new suits, visit the tailor. Oh, that could be costly. The 3 is no good. The putback for Willie Cauley Stein.
Tough to get a body occasionally in the zone.
Randall now playing up top as Kentucky's in the man-to-man, playing against Henson.
Oh, no.
Here's a steal by Young.
I saw that coming. Should have been an intentional foul, too, by Harris. He grabbed the arm, trying to save the basket.
Only the second turnover of the game for Providence leads to an easy 2 for Kentucky. Cotton again finds Bounce, the bounce pass. Bounce has it blocked by Cauley Stein. Blocked again. Woo. Harrison for Cauley Stein. Reward the big man. 47-38, Kentucky on top.
Chester, they worked hard at playing the curl. Young tags his guy, steps in, a little pull in the open floor. Fortunately for Providence, it wasn't an intentional, but send it in. The southpaw with the stroke, and right here, you've heard of Bats in the Belfry. I mean, this would drive you nuts trying to get a goal against him. You can't body search a la Bill Russell. The ability to run rim to rim and finish with authority.
An 8-0 run for Kentucky. Willie Cauley Stein has 6 blocks, 1 shy of his career high, which, oh, by the way, he said on Wednesday against Eastern Michigan.
Such a factor.
Kentucky comes out here in the press.
Here's where you need poise if you're Providence.
And a bucket on this possession.
I think you just got to keep Willie away from the rim as much as you can.
Cotton for 3. Oh, big shot.
Nice hesitation. A little peek over his shoulder.
Young kicks it back out. Harrison thought about the three. Randall puts it on the floor. Kick out.
Three. He had lunch delivered.
6-point game. Kentucky leading Providence here in Brooklyn. Times in the NBA. And Big East basketball returns Wednesday as Penn takes on Javon Pinskin and Villanova. But first, we go back to that 1979 national championship game. And those two guys, it was a prelude of things to come. Magic and Larry, what they did in that game. And now we're talking about Big East basketball on Wednesday. It's Penn against Villanova. Villanova coming off the tournament victory at the Atlantis in the Bahamas. It begins Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, your new home for Big East basketball, Fox Sports 1. These two teams part of the Big Five, and as we look back at history, a star from the Big Five. Look at those shorts.
Ooh. And there's my backcourt point plan.
Things haven't changed. The hair's the same.
Yeah. The muscles are the same, too, unfortunately. They didn't have weights in those days, obviously.
Is that what it was?
I think so. You know, my backcourt mate, the last time he gave up a pass was in kindergarten, too, I think. Tony Abbott. But Steve Shear coming up with, that's a few years ago, though. The hair was dark.
Same cut, unlike Austin Crozier, who we saw before.
That's true. It was much more mature in those days. And big basket last trip by Cotton to keep them in touch.
6-point lead for Kentucky. Providence shooting just 32.5% from the floor, yet they trail by just 6.
Nice
Cotton.
screen.
All the way to the hoop is Carson DeRozier.
And they kept Paulie Stein outside again.
A strip here by Henton stays Kentucky basketball.
I think you just got to keep the guy he is guarding away from the rim. What a factor. He can dominate in an extraordinary defensive fashion.
Andrew Harrison over to his brother Aaron Harrison. Young up in the air. That one nearly stolen. Paulie Stein. Harrison attacking the hoop. And we're going to have a foul. That foul is going to go against Carson DeRozier, and that's going to be his third.
Right here, just a nice job yipping Willie away. I think that's the only way you're going to get a layup, because it's like a free pass. It's a hall pass right here. He's out counting the house a little bit. Just keep him active. And DeRozier, solid. Move to the 10.
Andrew Harrison makes the first free throw. Andrew on the night, now with 3 points. Look at that high arcing free throw. We don't see that very often anymore.
80%. Well, it depends where you played your church basketball, you know, below ceiling or the suburbs. Same thing, keeping him in abeyance.
Cotton wants the ball back. Shot clock down to 10. Cotton, the tough three. Offensive rebound by DeRozier.
Nice pass.
His man underneath. And a missed dunk by Henton, but a foul by James Young.
What an effort by Young, though. That's what defense is all about. A breakdown with a long rebound. A great find, but you've got to get up quick against Kentucky. DeRozier just outfights, and this is what's happened in this game after the first 5 minutes. Providence got their legs, and Young with a save.
Denton hits the first free throw. That is the third foul against James Young. So James Young has 3. Andrew Harrison has 3 for Kentucky. LaDontae Henton able to make both.
The zone has forced Kentucky to pry a little bit more, use a little bit of clock, takes a little spring out of their game. Watch for the lob.
Harrison got bumped. And it looks like maybe a reach-in foul here against LaDontae Henton.
Some of the Kentucky players thought that Bad's got a hand on this one. If it's any part of it is over the cylinder, it's very tempting.
The three from the corner is good by James Young. Young playing with those 3 fouls now has a team-high 14 points. Denton attacking the hoop, offensive foul.
And who was right there? The backstop. Willie Cauley-Stein. His reaction is unbelievable. I think he got an easy one. Good step in, alert defense. And just in case, the great negator.
6 blocks on the night here for Willie Cauley-Stein. Harrison with the left hand. Aaron Harrison. He's got 13. And it's back up to a 9-point lead for Kentucky. Before this Providence team needed a big shot, they got a 3 from Cotton. Harris for 3. The ball batted around in the hands of Randall. Randall trying to go coast to coast. Misses the dunk. Whew.
Wow. He's hurt too.
Harrison, the floater is short. Rebound to Rozier and a reach-in foul. Well, let's see. Maybe there's no foul. Instead, just a whistle for Randall.
Randall walking it off here. This is just an amazing feat at the rim. How about that? Comes down awkwardly on that left hip. Hopefully he can cope with it. Wow. Try that one.
Goes to the bench. Poitras comes in. I've tried, but on a 7-foot hoop.
Rod Strickland shaking his head over there alongside Kenny Payne.
Providence basketball.
Well, it looks like he is all right. He's getting up to go back to the scores table. He'll sit out for a couple minutes, though. With 1 minute to go to the under 12 timeout.
Orlando Antigua talking to him over there. He's got half a section being a New Yorker. Stepped up the defense beautifully. The Cats.
Shot clock down to 10. Cotton, that's a 2. It's short.
Legs.
And a rebound here for Andrew Harrison to Young. Young bobbled at the alley-oop to Poitras.
Fumble. Never re-dribbled. It looked unattractive. It fully wants a long. What a great angle pass. They can blow you out quick, can't they?
Largest lead of the game for Kentucky. Cooley wanted to travel. Instead of 7-0 run. Kentucky up 56-45. 12:23 to go here in the second half. 11-point lead for number 3 Kentucky over Providence. That last shot by Bryce Cotton was short, and Bill, you said it, his legs. He's got to be tired.
Played a lot of minutes out there. Just got that little blow before the half. Just trying to get free against this aggressive defense, all geared. And he's been nicked up a little bit too, leg-wise.
And don't forget, he's playing without Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn is out with a shoulder injury. He missed the Fairfield game, now missing this game. You don't have Brandon Austin. You don't have Rodney Bullock, 2 guys or 3 guys who would certainly help him on the offensive end, defensive end, and spell some minutes for him.
And Harrison, I should say, have done a nice job defensively. Aaron now on him. Look at all the help. They know where he is.
A pushing foul here against Aaron Harrison. That'll be number 2 against him.
Overzealous.
The 14th foul against Kentucky. Josh Fortune checks in, replacing Tyler Harris.
He replaces Tyler Harris.
Got to get some of these guys a rest, though, too, coming down. Can't afford to take Cotton out, but maybe some of the others competing on the glass.
And off for Fortune.
He's got to get himself free for a quick jack.
Trying to go high-low. Bats spins into a double team. Has it blocked again. It's number 7. Now an alley-oop for DeRozier. Gets bumped by Cauley-Stein, and that'll be a foul.
What a nice look by Cotton.
11:35 to play. Kentucky still by 11.
Unbelievable. We got 7, folks. The easy way, too. Complete domination. But all coaches find something wrong. He finally got a foul.
You know,
we got to get him out of here. He's killing you, John.
Your block to foul ratio cannot be 7-1.
That is incredible. His involvement, complete domination around the glass.
Those 7 blocks ties a career high that he set on Wednesday against Eastern Michigan. In that game, he had 15, 8, and 7. Providence in need of a bucket here.
Yeah, switch in. They got good size, always on Cotton.
4 minutes without a field goal here for Providence. Cotton open for 3. Off the mark, and a rebound pulled down by James Young.
Boy, he really had to work hard even to get that look. Cotton. Nice entry.
Randall gets his man up, and a foul against DeRozier. And that is going to be number 4 against DeRozier. It looked clean from here. Maybe he got him with the body.
Power personified on that block, though. You initiate the contact. Generally, the officials are going to give you an opportunity, but I'd agree with you here. Just play on, and he can't believe it.
Randall, now 7 points on the night. 7 points, 5 rebounds. He's been kept in check because of the size and length of DeRozier. And also this 2-3 zone substitution. Kadeem Batts replaces DeRozier. And this young freshman, Julius Randle, enters the game with 7 straight double-doubles to open up the season. The first time a Kentucky player has done that since 1971-72. Trying to chase down the rebound out of bounds off of him.
Well, they do work hard. Jimmy Andrews was the player in 71-72. Well, he is a load, as they say.
That's the other way. He's had no success against Cauley Stein. He didn't want to go up with the ball.
There's an intelligent play. Why give it up? They haven't turned the ball over, but the blocks are turnovers. Once again, Cotton really working hard just to get free.
Difficult shot, front rims it. And the rebound is off of 2 Kentucky players who collide. It looked like Aaron Harrison and James Young. Hopefully they're both all right.
Well, that's great hustle, though. Usually they try and communicate, I got it, you stay. That's just all-out effort. Last night, John had them working hard, and they look it. They are defensive-minded, aggressive, challenging, in the right spot, communicating.
Providence has missed their last 6 shots. Trailing by 12, largest deficit of the night for the Friars.
That's his shot.
Off the back of the rim.
Hold on. Yep. Grabbed by Randall.
Here's the 4th referee. Doesn't have the whistle, but he's got the call right.
Goldsboro.
That is the 3rd against Julius Randle. Team 6, so next foul, both teams will be shooting free throws. And if you're looking at the free throw competition, the advantage goes to Providence on the season. Nearly 83% as a team from the line.
Boy, look at this reaction. Harrison defensively. Aaron really had to work hard because he runs without the ball well. Cotton.
Fortune for 3. Got it.
They need him. Just for some. Good. Fortune.
First field goal in almost 5.5 minutes for Providence. Foul on the floor.
Small change, that's what they're calling. Number 3, is it? If I'm not mistaken, on Fortune.
That's against Josh Fortune. That's his 3rd. And the team's 7th. It is 1-1 here for Andrew Harrison. Well, Ed Cooley said his team needed 11 threes. He said maybe that's wishful thinking. They're 9 for 15 on the night.
Tell him he may need more when you get a chance.
And it's been like an odd game if you look at statistics. Rebounding, fairly close. That was going to be a key for this Providence team. Randall hasn't gone off. They've kept him in check. Providence is shooting 30% from the floor, and yet they've been in this game.
You got to talk to Andre LaFleur, though. They didn't mention Willie Cauley-Stein's impact whatsoever. I mean, how do you simulate? You don't have the rules.
You get broomsticks.
Yeah. Well, Jack Donaghy used to do that with Lou Alcindor.
59-48.
We shouldn't say that. The teams against them did that. I think it was Morgan Wooten that did that with his team. Great Hall of Fame coach at the Matha.
Bryce Cotton picked up by Hawkins.
Orange look and a pop out.
And there's a reach and foul against Cauley-Stein, his second. And this will be free throws now for Providence.
2015, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yep, 2 fouls, get him out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a disgrace the way he's played.
Takari Johnson's got to come in.
Checking in for Kentucky number 44, Takari Johnson. Replaces Willie
Anton at the free throw line on the season, 73.5%.
I saw Bill Russell in college, and they played Holy Cross. Tommy Heinsohn was the player for Holy Cross. He couldn't get a shot off.
So this is San Francisco against Holy Cross.
Right, in the Holiday Festival in the Garden. I was a baby, obviously. But this is in that league, not getting shots off, the way Willie Cauley-Stein has played. I'm not saying he's Bill Russell. He is Bill Russell.
Here's Providence setting up their full court press.
Nice handle.
Young trying to go for the alley-oop. Takari Johnson gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. The rim was hit. Kentucky's asking for pass interference.
If they move it or shake the backboard, but it could have been their guy as well. But how about the preparation against this pressure? Were they ready for it? Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
They're right.
Takari Johnson makes the first. The foul is against Bax, his second. Aaron Harrison checks back in, replacing James Young.
Takari not a great free throw shooter. What's he in the 40s coming in, I think.
1 of 2 at the free throw line, 60-50. Kentucky leads Providence, 9:05 to go here in the second half. Justin Kutch alongside Bill Raftery here from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
Trying to run Cotton without the ball, let Fortune handle it.
Fortune has some room to kick back out to Cotton. Cotton for 2. Bax got held, and now he goes down.
Boy, that is a tough play.
And he's bouncing back up, which is great to see.
He is a tough kid, though. He's had to compete against the bigs on a regular basis. And look at him just to get around. And Johnson with the takedown. Wow, fans wanted more. I don't think you can call more, though. It was a roughhouse play, no question, but I don't think anything flagrant about it.
Takari Johnson goes out. Cauley-Stein comes back in. 1-1 here for Kadeem Bax, the 5th-year senior of Boston. Got to make those free throws for Providence.
Trying to catch in there.
Trying to get it to Randall. Aaron Harrison for 3.
Drive draw. And find your brother. How about that?
Largest lead of the game.
Each trip getting a little tougher for Providence.
That was ruled a 2-pointer, not a 3-pointer, so it's 62-50.
Look at this defense. Right on the catch, ready to defend. Look at
There
this.
it is, Hawkins jumping in. And Hawkins has it poked away from behind by Cotton.
Hawkins is a great rag guy. Showed it there.
When you're identical twins, you know where your brother is. Who's got some practice?
One's a minute older.
Back here in Brooklyn, 62-50. Kentucky leading Providence. Look at those field goals, 15 for 50 for Providence, yet they're still in this game. Justin Kutcher alongside Bill Raftery. And with 7:53 to go, what's the key for this Providence team to close the gap?
I think the best thing you can do is get the big guy out as high as you can and try and dribble drive, get into a passing lane. But defensively, I think Kentucky is miraculous. Such a great team effort. They cover for one another, and now they're much more poised on the offensive end, moving the ball. We saw a dribble drive kick, saw a post up, some really good basketball. And that individual there has been spectacular. Willie, nice play to the inbounder.
Little give and go, and Young gets fouled.
Nice set play, though. As good as they are, they're very well coached. Add that to the dilemma.
The only loss on the season for Kentucky was November 12th against number 2 Michigan State, 78-74. That was a game where Michigan State had a big lead, and Kentucky closed that gap.
Now, they're great hearts, this team. And they're just going to get better and better as the year progresses.
Young able to make both. 14-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Bryce Cotton, no points in the last 8.5 minutes, 0 for 5 from the floor.
He's got to work so hard. Fatigue, a major factor. Yeah, another good one there. I was just a little bit late.
That's the 4th against Andrew Harrison. He's going to go to the bench. Dominique Hawkins will check in. Team's 9th foul, so 1-on-1 here for Josh Fortune.
Just didn't have a good angle on the step in.
The big question for me with this Kentucky team, with all the talent, and you take out one McDonald's All-American, you put in another. Who's going to step up and be that leader? You think back to 2 years ago with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Anthony Davis. Those two guys, it didn't matter if they scored points. They were just lockdown defenders, and they were all about the team. Who's going to be that guy for this team?
Well, let's stick with defense for 1 second. If they play defense like this, I mean, this is a solid group on that end of the floor. And I think Randall is the guy you're talking about. That's how good he is.
Young running the floor. He gets fouled hard, or it was with the body.
That was a good play. Good hard basketball play.
It's a foul against LaDontae Hanson, his 4th.
They're sharing the ball, and Fortune from the rear trying to get a piece of it. And once you go airborne, though, you are available for a knockdown.
And whenever you jump off of 1 foot, it always looks worse.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times the ref may not look, and the reaction to the fall, the sound, sometimes suggest, but then they have the ability to go look, which they didn't.
DeRozier checks back in. To the bench goes LaDontae Hanson. 66-52. Kentucky into this game 6-1 on the season. Providence 7-1 on the season. Ooh, Cotton was up in the air. Looks like he may have turned the ankle a bit.
Yeah, they've done a great job on him, but I also think it's all he's had to do this second half.
Harris blocks by Cauley Stein. That's his 8th, a new career high.
He needs 2 more for each finger.
Pretty soon he'll be counting toes.
Nothing easy. And you got to get a pull-up game, have him come to you.
Randall, kick out. Hawkins for 3.
How about that? Your sub who guards like crazy, able to nail some shots when he's available. Pretty good. 2 of them by Hawkins.
The patience by the freshman Julius Randle, just backing down his defender like an old school back down.
But he takes up so much area and so much of the defense. Look how conscious they are. Here's 3 people. He's got to kick it a little bit quicker than that. But get those puppies organized. Dominique delivered.
17-point lead here for Kentucky. At the half, it was a 4-point lead for the Wildcats. 39-35. Their defense has stepped up. Maybe fatigue is playing a factor for a guy like Bryce Cotton, who has had to do so much for Providence in this game.
You got to play 40. I mean, this team, they just keep coming after you and continue with their aggressive defense. And Providence has played very well. But this is a team on the rise, Kentucky.
Well, it's just December 1st, but we're already looking towards New Year's Eve when look at this lineup we have on Fox Sports 1. You and Gus Johnson will have that St. John's at Xavier. Then I hear you're taking a bus and doing a second game?
Taking a bus, Gus. It should be a lot of fun.
By the way, you've got that 7:30 game. I've got the 10 o'clock game, so do me a favor and speed up. I don't want to get joined in progress.
Well, I'm sure we'll find a little warm spot late in the evening. If they can score. Now you can extend the floor and change, trying to out-jump people. Ooh.
Oh, Batch just slipped and fell a wet spot.
Well, Willie Cauley-Stein had fallen, and that was the wet spot. That's a shame. But you can see how hard it is to score, trying to out-jump people in the lane. See Willie on the floor, and that's the wet spot.
The crew here trying to mop it up. By the way, this is my first time here at the Barclays Center. I love this place.
Did your dad go to school in Brooklyn, right?
My dad went to Brooklyn College.
Right. He went to juniors, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan's. What was your pregame deal?
Now Kentucky content taking some time off the clock. Leading by 17, under 6 to play. Harrison takes the bump and finishes. Offensive foul, though.
Boy, a lot of weapons, though. John saying no way. And right here, usually you're going to get that call. I see the arm extended, but I don't know. Little wing. What's great about Willie Cauley-Stein defensively, he doesn't get his body on your body, so there's no
He doesn't
chance.
need to. He's got a 12-foot wingspan.
Right. Family meals, he takes care of himself, huh?
Offensive foul against Kadeem Batts. No, wait a minute now. Oh, we've got Mike Roberts overriding Tony Green.
That usually they agree. And right here. Oh, that's the. They can't look at the monitor to make that call. Now, the new rule is if you're making any move to the rim with the arms, it's going to be a double foul, I think. And a jump ball possession arrow.
Possession arrow would be in favor of Providence.
I think that's what they have to do. And normally the refs will bow to one another.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would bow to you in this situation.
Well, thank you. That's what people have bowed to me, I assure you.
It will be a double foul against Batts and Cauley-Stein.
Providence retains it. Ooh, well, he paid for that, huh, Willie?
And it will be Providence basketball.
You know why I don't think the officials coordinated that call? Mike Roberts was under the basket, blocked out by Tony Green. So, you know, the whistles might have been simultaneous, and Tony made his call, and Mike had to stick to his. So, you don't like it.
Shot clock down to 7. Shot clock at 3. Batts has to put up the 3. Got it.
That's one way of taking it to Willie Cauley-Stein. Bring him out to 22, and then drill that 3.
He said, block this.
He almost got it, too. A straight-up man. Can't stay in the zone when you're trailing 14. Trying to force them into a quick jack. Very good poise right here by the Cats.
Young throws it up. That was too high for just about anybody.
They will probably lead the country in alley-oops.
Harris with the reverse, got it, and the foul.
I was just thinking, they've really taken a lot of Providence people out of the game. We mentioned earlier his ability. Watch how close he is to being a block. I mean, that was hand on hand pretty much. But his ability to go right is going to help Harris as the year progresses. From that corner to right, he can blow by. Great extension using the rim to ward off.
The foul was against James Young, his fourth. A chance for a three-point play for Harris. Can't hit the free throw, which is rare because Harris on the year a 94% free throw shooter. This team is 13 of 19 from the free throw line.
I think part of it is all the action, aggressive play, fatigue. Nice pin and reset.
Cauley-Stein, that's where you want to shoot from. Instead, he puts on the floor, got it, and a foul.
What else do you need?
Look how much ground he covers with that one dribble.
There are so many things he's going to get better at, but the little kiss delivery softly and really unexpected. Of course, John's saying that's exactly what I taught you to do, big fella. Lane violation?
Yep.
Fortune.
Another shot here for Cauley-Stein. Willie Cauley-Stein, 14 points, 8 rebounds. And he's got a few blocks on the day, too.
Just by the way.
He's approaching a triple-double. He's got 8 blocks, so a couple more blocks, a couple more rebounds, and he's got himself a triple-double.
I just like the joy he brings to the game, too. I mean, he's having a ball, and why not?
(15, 8, and 8) follows up a 15, 8, and 7 performance on Wednesday for Cauley-Stein. And now he fouls Cotton with the body. 72-57. Kentucky leads Providence here late in the second half. Barclays Center in Brooklyn. You get a taste of Brooklyn. You walk around, all the concessions. You talked about it before. There's Juniors. I don't like cheesecake, but it is the best cheesecake around. Orlando, the player of the game. Who else? It's Willie Cauley-Stein having himself a night.
Wow, what a ball. Filling it on the run out, but just his presence and sensational.
On Monday, December 9th, don't miss an exclusive one-on-one interview with that man. John Calipari is our own Bill Raftery. My partner sits down with Coach Cal for an inside look at the man behind the coach. It's one-on-one with John Calipari, Monday, December 9th at 7:30, only on Fox Sports 1. And look at him as a player. See, we're bringing out all the old photos.
Unbelievable. The research has been done by our crack crew. Steve got that, I think, July 4th weekend. Little hold up here. Cotton, first 2 threes of the half, and nothing since. I mean, this has been a relentless dogging defensively, and a terrific player without his backcourt partner, too. Not an easy night. A lot of switching or hand checking to regain position for the guard, generally Harrison.
His first 2 points in almost 12 and a half minutes.
Aaron running the show a little bit. You know, he's done a nice job.
Young playing with 4 fouls.
Look at Randall holding off down there. They got to get an angle to get it to him.
Shot clock down to 7. Aaron Harrison. Shot clock at 4. Harrison up in the air, and this is going to be a turnover. Shot clock violation against Kentucky.
It's interesting enough, Randall was on the box, and they kept moving out. Let the dribbler bring it down and get it to the big guy. John not liking that set whatsoever. There's Andrew more of the point mentality of the two brothers.
He replaces Dominic Hawkins.
13-point lead for the Wildcats. 3 minutes to play here in Brooklyn. Fortune for three. And a rebound for James Young. Andrew Harrison thought about pushing it, and looked over at his coach and said, okay, I'll settle down.
It's interesting, we mentioned having that sit down with Cal. He felt his team wasn't playing hard when we had that meeting. They weren't giving everything every single trip. I think he reached them.
Randall, difficult shot, so good with that left hand.
Look at him play. A little Zach Randolph in his game, would you say? Over Michigan State. There is.
Another lefty, Tyler Harris able to finish. Two minutes to go. 13-point lead for Kentucky. And now a foul against Harris. It'll be a two-shot foul here for Kentucky.
When you think of the game, pretty well played. Not a lot of turnovers. Providence has valued the ball extremely well.
Andrew Harrison on the line for Kentucky.
And conversely, what, 11? Last count for Kentucky.
Andrew Harrison makes the first free throw. Andrew now with 7 on the night. Kentucky, they've got a tough little December ahead of them. December 6th against Baylor, the 10th against Boise State, at North Carolina on the 14th. They play Belmont and Louisville to close out this month. Cotton for three is no good. The putback, it's out of bounds, and it will stay Providence basketball.
They play like this, those people are saying we got to play Kentucky.
A steal here by Randall off the inbounds. Randall, he gets fouled. Let's see.
Tony saying no, he tried to swipe around.
Providence foul is on 23.
We talked about their defense playing the gaps, really short-cutting, and wow, that could have been easily intentional.
That is the 5th foul against LaDontae Henton, so he is fouled out with 1:29 to go. But Raph, as we heard from Ed Cooley at the top of this broadcast, talking to his team and their approach, what it should be in this game. How do you feel they executed that? What are your thoughts on the Friars from tonight?
Well, I think they did as well as they could have, considering the problems right there for Cotton. I mean, he had to do so many things, and eventually, just even cutting, and he didn't have the basketball, to having assistance when he turned the corner, it made it very tough. Didn't get a lot of inside game because of the dominance of Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, that was just over-the-top defense. I mean, to bail you out if you do gamble.
Randall now with 10, make it 11 points on the night. Cotton turns the corner. There's Cauley-Stein with his 9th.
Oh boy!
He gets above the box like it's nothing.
How about the top of the glass? I played against Jumpin' Jackie Jackson, who was known to take a quarter off the top. Well, Willie could probably make change while he's up there.
Providence foul is number 10,
Kadeem Batts.
That's his 5th.
He picks up his 5th foul, so he is fouled out.
What an impressive evening. Very impressive by Willie.
I was receiving text messages from some guys who have seen Cauley-Stein play from high school to last year to this year, saying this is by far and away the best they've ever seen him play.
You know, lately in watching a couple of these games, Cleveland State and Eastern Michigan, his ability to run the floor, and also in areas, you mentioned the leg extension at one time, he gets to the ball, he just reads it well, so he anticipates and feels.
And with that length, it allows for recovery. It's so quick.
John's killing him. We could have one more for Rod Strickland said, I could throw the floater at you, though, if I were in there.
Randle can't get the roll. What I do like about Julius Randle, and I thought it was a great comparison to Big Zebo in the NBA, is the fact that this guy, Julius Randle, is 75% free throw shooter. He's going to go to the line a lot this year, and he can pick up a lot of points from there.
Well, he uses his weight very well in the box area, and he does have that medium game, too, and gets some range.
Derek Willis checks in for the first time. Fortune's three is no good, and Dakari Johnson, he gets called for the foul.
Number 44, Dakari Johnson, his second.
But the Rocher's done a nice job, too. Saddled with the foul problems.
Where he'll shoot.
DeRozier gets the throw.
You know, one thing about playing against Kentucky, it's not one big guy either. It's a bunch of guys. And, you know, 6 hands are contesting shots once you get in the lane area. I mean, the 3 guys migrate to the ball well.
A near turnover. Poitras will throw it up to Dakari Johnson.
They got 3?
Yep. 3 seconds against Dakari Johnson.
Providence basketball.
So 40.6 seconds to go here. Kentucky's going to move to 7-1 on the season. Providence will fall to 7-2.
I think both clubs grew today. And this kid just keeps playing.
Cotton.
23 points on the night for Cotton. That is a game high.
Friars a little bit outmatched, but boy, they did compete, got themselves back in this game, and I think talent prevailed here.
It was a 4-point game at the half. Kentucky on top. And they were able to break it open here in the second half. 79-65, a hard-fought game as the two coaches exchange handshakes. But 79-65, Kentucky defeats Providence. Now let's head to Los Angeles for Fox Sports Live, which starts right now.